Good, 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 good. Come on, load faster. I want to play the game again. So, we have just regenerated our whole map. We have moved our factory from a island into an infinite world. And we are now on the hunt for some of that juicy Neop ore. And it should be around. Okay, we're going to go around. Crawdad, you are too fat to go through there. Neop! Yes! And what is this? Rigolife. Yes, we got it sorted. And bam, you're evicted. We're still spawning some massive fields here and there. But this is now more or less like a rare world. So that should be fine. So, 9.5 Neop. Finally seeing some more of these resources. And it's all the way over here. Yeah, we have RSO installed now. We have now some more sane patches here and there. Yeah, we still have our little speckle patches here and there everywhere. We've also set it to something like a rare world, so the frequency of each of these fields is set to 0.5, so they do not appear that often, but their size and their richness is increased to 200%. And now that we're technically on a rare world, we will need to make some trains. Trains. Over there. Do this research. Logistics. Because we now need to start to... Was this always there? Yeah, it was always there. We need to ferry this stuff around. And trains are still so much cheaper than caravans. I still do not see the main gain of caravans, to be perfectly honest. But we'll have to see. Sorry about that. So, Neobium is over here. We should... now wait, actually. Let's do a small explore. Mainly for the reason I do want to know what new resources we have around us. We did just delete quite a lot of chunks, so... Yes, I do know that they are available from Red Science, but... problem is... you still need the resources that which you could make green science from to automate caravans. And if you can already automate the stuff you need to make green science, just to make just to make caravans happen, you can also just go a little bit further and just research trains. Know what I mean? So the lad is still over here. Well, you need to do all the bioengineering, so you already need laboratory equipment, alien samples. We can take a look at it soon. I'm kind of... Okay, this is probably still part of the starting area. So maybe this is also the reason why there are no resources over here. That's probably the reason. Because we did have a set of... Yeah, there is some... Charge! Get bent, fucker! You have been evicted. Yeah, here's some tin ore. And some coal ore. Another lead patch. Yeah, this is better. Iron. Oh, did we lose? Yes, we do have to make new plans for the iron then. Big ancient remains. Oil sands. Chromium. Aluminum. Zinc reserves. Nice. Molybdenum. Where are we in relation to our factory over here? What's green? Oh, uranium rock. Nice. Oh. We go over there. They're just living in a oil sand village. Well. So let's see what's over here. And then let's check out the south a bit. That should be fine. And nothing more for here. Are there some bio reserves over here? Yes, they are. Good. So what's in the south? Oh. No, wait, this is water. There's some ores over there. Copperfield. Oh, time to evict these fuckers. Bam! Good. We have also reset most of the biters outside our bases, which is a bit sad, to be perfectly honest. But they will come back. Biters will always come back. Ooh. Then we come to this magnificent shoreline. Oop. Just cut it off. That should be fine. Same over here. It just stops. At least we have a land bridge over here. So let's see what's down here. Then we're probably going to make the Neop mine. Or maybe even focus on making trains, because we now do have to travel large distances to get to our resources. Massive oil. Chrome. More aluminum. And we have this big biosample field. titanium over here. There was also something spawned down there. There's some raw coal over there. We could evict these guys. We should evict these guys, because at some point we do want to get access to this coal. Okay, but if I want to evict these, I will have to pick up some speed. Yep. There we go. Picking up speed. Let's try this again. Yep. Come on, move it, Crawdad. Move it, move it. Turn around. It's back. That should be fine. Get through the forest. Go, 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 go. There we go. That should be fine. Good. Very good. What's over this? Whoa. Okay, that's a massive coal field. Zinc. Volcanic pipes, tin-rich ore. Nice, nice, nice. And then we have these coal patches over here. Tar pits over there. Yeah, I think this is enough exploring. Good, so, Neop stuff. We do have, I think, 2 Neop mines. We need more. Let's make 4. And then the question arises, how do we process the Neop? Yes, I have found some now. We have a massive field up in the north. Let me just park it up somewhere over here. No. I was stupid. I wasn't paying attention. Oop. Hey, here's the heart of our factory. Let's park it up in the heart. Oop. Panic. There we go. There we go. So, and to answer Trit's question, caravans. Yes, you do need alien samples tier 1. And you do need cDNA. And if you can make alien samples tier 1 and cDNA, you also need basic laboratory instruments. And if you smoosh them both together, you get green science. So, once you can make caravans, you can also make trains. So they're not really a red science. They are more or less a short science. Also, repairing this boy takes a while. Seems I have to weld the scales together. Well, the only point in caravans is that they can walk through biter-infested areas without getting attacked. Or so it seems. Trains, yep. And trains are pretty... compared to caravans, trains are cheap as dirt. They only need steel plate, engines, simple circuit boards, and duralumin. And those are basic materials, more or less. And... yeah, that's basic stuff. The treated wood is the only thing that's a little bit hard about this whole thing. Apart from the coolness factor, I have to admit to that. So, how do we process the Neop? Yup. So we have 4 of these mines. 4 of these mines will mine at the rate of 1 per second. The mining hardness was already... Oh, they need drills, yes. And I think they also need energy? Question mark? But we have to provide them with drills. And we definitely need to provide them with some power. Hey, Love Cobblestone Forever. How are you doing, my friend? So then, yes, we need a drill head. We need refined syngas. Refined syngas is something that we can make. And also we need to make these drill heads. Now, yeah, we can make them without the stainless steel. But they then do need steel, chromium, and aluminum. And chromium is a big part of the drill heads. So we should probably also start out with a good chromium facility. We do have the chromium here, there, and here. So maybe let's make the chromium facility over here. If I'm just slowly putting my factory in factories. Oh yes, you're doing the factorismo thingy. Yeah, we just regenerated our whole map. Things look a little bit different now. We switched it up. It seems I set the map generation on island at some point, so we were playing on an island. Which I wasn't expecting. And we also had the issue that some of the special resources weren't spawning. They are spawning now. And we're now on something more or less similar to a train world. Or a rail world. So that's something that we're going to do. Chromium processing. I'm pretty sure I have. Yes. Oh god. So how do we do this? Make chromite sand, limestone sand. Yeah, this is the best recipe we can make so far. This is all stuff that we have at hand. So how do we make the chromium sand? Chromium sand is over here, 3 recipes. We can make it... I see. Different chromite grades give different amounts of sand, which is fine. So the first step we're going to do is mine the ore. Mine it into chromite grade 1. Then... Okay. Wait, what? Oh, are these worse or better? Can't really tell. Because we have again the go down to grade 1 from grade 2. Which is probably the correct way now that I think about it. Wait, what? This is giving me a headache. Okay, we are making chromite grade 1, yes. And we can make chromite grade 2 into more chromite grade 1. Then we can make... Ooh, trains. Then we can make chromite grade 1 back into chromite grade 3 and a bit of chromite grade 2 again. The chromite grade 3 we can then make into chromite grade 4. The rejects we can then put back into chromite grade 3. So this will feed itself. So it goes down from 1 to 3, from 2 to 1, and from 3 to 4. And once we get the 4 stuff in, we can then make it into chromite sand. And once we have the chromite sand, we can then cook it up with limestone, sand casting, and carbon dioxide into chromium. That doesn't sound complicated at all, does it? Oh, God. Give me my notes, please. Start a new page. Step 1. What do we want to process? Well, I do want to process, say, 2 yellow belts of chromium. 3 jaw crushers can process a yellow belt, so 6 will process the 2 yellow belts, and out goes 6 chromite per second. Gonna do that in 5 minutes. Hold my beer, mate. Yes, we're going to do this in 5 minutes. We also get then 3 stone per second. But the stone per second is probably... Actually, we can use the stone to make the sand. So, then, next step. We have now the grade 1 stuff. Then... here it is. You process in an impact crushers. Impact crushers have a crafting speed of 1. That's good to know. So we're getting in 6 per second. You consume 2 per second. So we're getting out 3. Grade 3 per second. As well as 1.2 grade 2 per second. Good. The grade 3 can then automatically be put into... Where is it? Over here. We can make it so that we can consume... Actually, let's see what the rejects do first. We have the 1.2 grade 2 per second. 1.2 is more or less something like 1.2.5, isn't it? So 1.2... go in, and half of you come out. So we get another 0.6 grade 1 per second. That gives goes up to 6.6 grade 1 per second, and this is a very complicated calculation. Or like a differential equation. I haven't done those in years. So we do have a bit of a loop back, but that's something that we can handle. So maybe we can just ignore... We can ignore the loop back. If we prioritize the loop back products before we add new products to the mix, things will still go at the same time. Okay. Then you make chromium rejects. The chromium rejects we then can make back into chromium grade 3. I'm not only compressing it, but also increasing throughput. Does anyone know the ratios of angel smelting? My collations come to 1 blast furnace, 2 induction furnaces, 3 casting machines. That is correct. But then again, keep in mind, the induction, if you want to do an inline pure recipe, that's going to be completely correct. But if you're going to make iron plate, for example, you can also make iron plate out of half iron ingots and half manganese ingots. And it's usually better in Angels and Bobs if you actually mix your resources. Because the higher tiers of sorting, which you need to get access to the higher tiers of ore, also reduce the amount of iron, for example, you get out of your saphirite. And at the beginning, I think you get, what is it? Is it like, yeah, it's 2, 1 saphirite, no, 4 crushed saphirite gives you, I think, 2 iron ore, 1 copper ore, and 1 slag. The next one over will give you, I think, 3 iron ore, 1 copper ore, 1 nickel? Maybe? I don't know. But you will get a reduced amount of iron every time you go to a higher tier. The next tier over, well, I think I give you 4 iron ore and then yet another one of the byproducts, etc, etc, etc. So when at the beginning where you were like an efficiency of 50%, at the end you'll be at an efficiency of less than that. So you have to be careful of that. Also, we're just going to build this thing. I don't want to calculate anymore. We're just going to make a boatload of these machines and see how we are going to fix it. So, what do we need? Jaw crushers. We have 10 of those. That should be fine. Automated screeners. We probably need more of those. So let's make a few of these. What are we missing for automated screeners? Can I make 2? Oh, we made the circuits. And then we're probably also missing iron. That should be fine. What else do we need? We need some ball mills. These require more iron. Suck it all up. Also suck up a little bit of copper. One of these, please. 5 should be fine. Shitting me? We need knee up for the hydrocyclone. Ah! Up, knee up, knee up. Okay, what else do we need for you? We need classifiers. That's something we can do. Jar crushers is something we have. Ball mills is something we have. Chemical plants. Oh, we also need to make the organic solvent. That's probably something we can make on the fly. So we have ball mills. Then the ore comes from the miners. So we have to bootstrap the miners first. You also require ammonia. And that's a little bit annoying. Also, you only require ammonia. Do we have already some better... No. The only ammonia recipe that we have is the one over here, which makes cyanic acid and ammonia. Is there maybe a better ammonia recipe out there? For example, this one. Maybe not. For example, this one. Toluenes. Oh. So, how do we make toluenes? Get it from the atmosphere. Or what is this? Maybe. This may be something we can do. Yeah, toluenes is something we can make at an infinite rate. And for this we only need... We can make this. Make one of these and make one of these, please. I just want to see what this is. What the hell? Well, that's one way of doing it. So you make toluenes if you get some power. At a reasonable rate. Then we have the toluene plant. Oh. And then this can also be made at the toluene plant. Well, just adding manganese isn't that hard, but will probably only happen when I have the last tier of factories. There is ferric ore in the game, which you make out of sapphirite, givolite, and I think rubite. That will give you 1 part iron, 2 parts iron ore and 2 parts manganese if you sort it. And that's the perfect iron recipe. So, this will make toluenes at a rate of 2.5 per second. And this research over here would require... What am I hearing? It doesn't matter. And this one over here would require a bit more. But this is a free way to make ammonia. However, these machines do require up to a megawatt of energy. So it will be power intense. But that would be a way to make ammonia. However, how much ammonia do we need? It was over here in the NEOP. Oh, it's exactly this one over here. We would require something like... What is this? 80 ammonia per second? Something? Would you like to ride my beautiful balloon? Yes. So then 80 per second would require us to make 12 of these. This would require us to make... so 12 of these will require 60 tonines per second. Yep. And 60 tonines per second is... The recipe is, what was it? 2.5 per second. Oh, that's a huge build. That would be like 4 to get to 10. And then times 6, 24. Ah, it's okay. That would be 24 megawatts of energy. Oh! I haven't seen this one yet. This looks nice. But still, okay, that would at least give us the ammonia to work one of these NEOP facilities. NEOP. However, I do want to make it at a good rate. We also need salt. We have a salt mine in the south. We also have some salt mines around. Okay. So. This makes... And I'm pretty sure that the fuel of the Driller head will be enough for one. Nah, maybe not. And this is already hurting my brain. Okay, we have these. We have these. These have crafting speed of 1.5, so they consume 1.5 ore per second, but they do put out quite a lot more. The dust should then go directly into... What is this? Into this thing over here, which makes the concentrate. So we do need some classifiers. Classifiers are over here. Make a few. You're making circuits in your pocket. Don't do that. Make 3 classifiers. What are we missing? Iron. I think 4 classifiers will be fine. We will also need quite a lot of these inserters. These inserters need more duralumin, which we have over here. Make like 93 of these. That should be fine. And then we need the complex. The complex makes the oxide. Still a little... The NEOP recipes are a little bit all over the place. So you need to make the complex. The complex is organic solvent and hydrogen chloride. Hydrogen chloride is not a problem. We do have a factory that makes that stuff. Organic solvent is the problem. How do we make that stuff? Well... From bone meal and olefins. I have no clue what olefins are. Or from bone meal, activated carbon and aromatics. Hey Matrix 4704, how are you doing? We are currently breaking our head over something that I thought would be simple, but absolutely wasn't. Also, we regenerated the map. So everything looks a little bit different now. Everything is still in place. Yeah, everything is still in place, but some of the stuff got deleted. Especially around this. But now we do have our missing ore patch over here. We didn't have any new up. And we now also have other stuff finally spawning. Even the big rocks. Oh, wait, this is a phosphate rock. The big quartz ores over here. There are the big coal blocks over there. So I'm doing good, celebrating the mod update with more shit. Yes. Oh yeah, we actually haven't taken a look at the shit production yet. The shit production is still going. And didn't also these get nerfed? Maybe. I have no clue, to be perfectly honest. Stuff will be breaking all the time. So, near processing should probably be something that we should be doing over here. Also, let's activate this again. This is important. Because we do need access of... we can't see it. There. We do have a bit of this organic solvent over here. But that will probably not be enough. So much to do. So, you know what? We're going to build something. We're just going to gun it. I want to get stuff done today. We should also probably walk with crawdads. So we can, yeah, we should. We're going to belt the stuff down to over here. This is where we do the processing. To be able to drill it, we do need to make... Where is it? Do need to make refined syngas. Oh, can't we make that yet? Yes, there it is. For that we need active carbon. Active carbon is something that we make. Octave. Octave still. Active. 9. Where's my eye? Active carbon is something we make out of... Oh god. You're shitting me. Coal dust is not a problem. Zinc chloride is the problem. Zinc chloride is something we make out of hydrogen. Okay, zinc plate, that's pretty easy. This is where the chlorine and the hydrogen is. Hydrogen is pretty much running empty at the moment. Main reason is we are not getting enough stone in. So we need to hook up a stone field. We had a stone field over here at some point, but sadly that had been despawned. But we also had a stone field over there, but that's also gone. And there are no stone fields in the vicinity. That should be fine, actually. So we may not... Well, we should probably stop making stones into tar then. We need the stones for something else. Hey, Aggie Beats, how are you doing? I had a surprise when I wanted to make iron. Yes. It all started with, let's make some iron. We need the stone for the hydrogen chlorides to make the saline water. Actually, wait. Isn't there... We may not want to do this recipe anymore. Yeah, we can't do this one yet. That's a much better recipe. And there is a salt mine right over there. So instead of... Yeah, okay. Let's start off with that. Let's start off with turning this into the saline water over here. Instead of rocks, we are going to use salt. So turn this one off. Perfect. Also, this seems to be broken since like forever. No, not next to it. But then we will have to bypass this stone line. That's something we can do. Pick you up. Under, over, under. Am I out of these? And hey, Huggy Beats, I have greeted you, and yes, I am in a bit of a Factorio trance yet again. And it will never ever stop being in a Factorio trance, because Factorio is way too much fun. Have you set up your multiplayer game with the boys yet? Also, this is a bit annoying. How did this happen? Oh, is it? I see. Pick these two up, put these two in, put these in, perfect. Now it goes a little bit faster. Just looking so mega focused. Yes, I'm pretty focused at the moment. I wanted to get shit done, and I have been doing everything else except the shit that I want to do. Yes, it's always the same. For example, I'm currently fixing a stone line, and I want to do some more of the other stuff. So the stone line will be going this way. Yeah, it will be going in here. This will be the new stone line. This will be gone. Good. Then there is salty rock. Perfect. Do we still? Nope. It's somewhere else. The salt mine is in one of these chests. I have no clue which one, but it is in one of these chests. Not this one. There it is. There's the salt mine. This will make tons of salt for us. And 1 million salt is more than enough to make the correct amount of stuff. Love for cobblestone. What are you doing with your hands? Try not to break them. They're important. You need them to think about girls.